The Bradley tax considerations come in two different formats. The Bradley tax considerations KEEP, BTC KEEP, calculates the child support decrease when the custodial parent keeps the children's personal exemptions and child tax credits, personal credits, just like the Guidelines tax considerations KEEP, GTC KEEP, except that it considers the phase-out of the child tax credit starting at $6,250 for single and head-of-household filers and at $9,166.67 for married filing joint filers. Thus, there are occasions where the BTC KEEP child support decreases are less than the GTC KEEP values. Also note that only child support income, rather than adjusted gross income, is used. The Bradley Tax Considerations Transfer, BTC Transfer, considers the case where the custodial parent transfers the personal credits. It does not consider the phase-out of the child tax credit. The non-custodial parent's tax benefit loss in going from having all the personal credits to not having any of them is then multiplied by the custodial parent's child support income percentage to the combined child support income. Also note that only child support income rather than adjusted gross income is used. The GTC KEEP, BTC KEEP, and BTC Transfer are bumpy and all have the same head-of-household offset algorithm. Here is a summary of the Molamphy Personal Credit Calculator for all the examples in this site presentation as a point of reference. These values are accurate, that is, they represent the actual results of the parent's federal and Kansas income tax differences in allocating the personal credits. Neither BTC KEEP nor BTC Transfer consider what happens if the personal credits are alternated. Indeed, as it will be shown, neither of them predicts whether keeping or transferring is the best allocation. This is the BTC KEEP report for these incomes. It makes sense that the custodial parent keeps the personal credits because that parent has the higher income, and then the child support is increased by $44.90. This is the Molamphy Personal Credit Calculator, which shows that the non-custodial parent loses $96.55 when going from alternating to none, and $193.10 when going from all to none. The GTC KEEP, BTC KEEP, and BTC Transfer all look at the loss from all to none in their calculations, while the Molamphy Personal Credit Calculator starts from alternating the personal credits. This example has the custodial parent not getting the full child tax credits, $162.49, rather than $166.67, because that parent's income is just over $6,250, and the non-custodial parent not getting the full child tax credits, $142.50, rather than $166.67, because that parent's income is too low. This is the BTC KEEP report for these incomes. Note that the percentage is 50%, and the child support decrease is $170.91. This is the BTC Transfer report for these incomes. Note that the percentage is 50%, and the child support increase is $170.91. Since the decrease is equal to the increase, alternating looks pretty good. Indeed, that's the best allocation, and, interestingly enough, the Molamphy Personal Credit Calculator's true value of $170.89 is within pennies of the BTC Keep and BTC Transfer values of $170.91. Thus, there are cases where all the different models are in agreement. This is the BTC Keep report for a different set of incomes. Note that the percentage is 55.32% and the child support decrease is $189.09. This is the BTC transfer report for these incomes. Note that the percentage is 44.68% and the child support increase is $152.72. Remembering that there is no child support change if the allocation is alternating, which is the best allocation for the parents? Intuitively, the non-custodial parent has the higher income, and thus the higher tax brackets, and is single, so the transfer might be best. However, the Molamphy Personal Credit Calculator reveals that the best allocation is alternating because both parents are still in the same tax bracket. This is the BTC Keep report for a different set of incomes. Note that the percentage is 33.31% and the child support decrease is $113.86. This is the BTC transfer report for these incomes. Note that the percentage is 66.69% and the child support increase is $227.95. Remembering that there is no child support change if the allocation is alternating, which is the best allocation for the parents? Intuitively, the custodial parent has the higher income, and thus the higher tax brackets, so the keeping might be best. Once again, the Molamphy Personal Credit Calculator reveals that the best allocation is alternating because both parents are still in the same tax bracket. This is the BTC Keep report for a different set of incomes. Note that the percentage is 50% and the child support decrease is $220.27. This is the BTC transfer report for these incomes. Note that the percentage is 50% and the child support increase is $220.27, so this time alternating is the best allocation. Unfortunately, the custodial parent is entirely in the 15% federal income tax bracket, and the non-custodial parent is largely in the 25% federal income tax bracket. Thus, the non-custodial parent gains $218.85 in going from alternating to all, while the custodial parent loses $170.89 in going from alternating to none. The best allocation is the transfer, and each parent saves $21.98 in net tax benefits. It looks like equal income may not mean alternating, and unequal income may mean alternating, which isn't much of a rule of thumb, but it can get even wilder. This is the BTC Keep report for a different set of incomes. Note that the percentage is 72.3% and the child support decrease after an adjustment to the child tax credit is $247.12. $2,017.29. This is the BTC transfer report for these incomes. Note that the percentage is 26.7%, and the child support increase is $122.03. So the best allocation has to be the transfer, just because the non-custodial parent has the much higher income and files as single. Unfortunately, the best allocation is alternating, despite the large income disparity. Note that the non-custodial parent only gets $66.66 of the full $166.66 child tax credits from the children. This loss of $100 by the non-custodial parent exactly matches the difference in the taxes between the custodial parent and the non-custodial parent. This is the BTC Keep report for a different set of incomes. Note that the percentage is 84%, and the child support decrease is $367.95 after considering the phase-out of the child tax credits. This is the BTC transfer report for these incomes. Note that the percentage is 16%, and the child support increase is $70.49. Obviously, the transfer is the best allocation, only because the decrease in child support when the custodial parent keeps is so very high, and there is no significant child tax credit phase-out. That's the right answer, but there are 3 problems. First, the Molamphy Personal Credit Calculator finds the best allocation using actual values, but the BTC Keep and BTC Transfer only provide relative values and don't predict the best allocation. Second, the increase in child support of $70.49 from BTC Transfer is less than the actual loss of $81.83 when the custodial parent goes from alternating to none using the Molamphy model, and is much less than the actual loss of $163.65 when the custodial parent goes from all to none using the Bradley model. Third, the non-custodial parent's actual tax loss of $436.37 is greater than the $367.95 decrease in child support from BTC transfer when the custodial parent elects to keep the personal credits.